Russian Prime Minister Dmitry Medvedev signed a government order on Thursday implementing a presidential decree aimed at introducing economic restrictions in response to Ukraine's unfriendly actions towards Russian individuals and companies. The retaliatory sanctions include the freezing of Ukrainian-owned cash, securities and property in Russia and a ban on the withdrawal of capital from Russia. The measures target 322 Ukrainian individuals and 68 companies, including President Petro Poroshenko's son and former Prime Minister Yulia Tymoshenko.
This sanction list and measures against the Ukrainian side can be called gentle, and in general this corresponds to the course which our government has been conducting with respect to Kiev all these years. Russia has never committed atrocities and did not respond for a very long time. Many expected that Russian sanctions against Kiev would be tougher and larger, and this list could be called our next warning.
Russia's sanctions will particularly target Ukraine's constitutional court judges, lawmakers, administration officials and heads of major businesses. Ukrainian Interior Minister Arsen Avakov and Defense Council Secretary Alexander Turchinov, as well as the country's ambassador to the US Valery Chaly, are also on the list. Some say Moscow has the power to suffocate Ukraine's economy, which they say is heavily dependent on Russia in terms of transit, energy and finances.
Depending on the behavior of the Ukrainian side, Russia's response may become tougher. One mechanism may be introduced affecting the interests of a much larger number of Ukrainian establishments and the country's economy on the whole.
According to the decree released by the Russian cabinet on Thursday, the Prime Minister has instructed the Ministries of Economic Development and Trade and Industry to protect Russian companies against any negative impact from the sanctions. Moscow says it looks for constructive relations with Ukraine. The Kremlin says its retaliatory sanctions could be revoked if Ukraine scarps anti-Russia measures. Marina Kartunova, Press TV, Moscow.